Hi, my name is Conway, and this is the first episode of the Africa Bound Explorer blog. You have come here either because of a Facebook link, or because you know me, or a friend knows me and wants you to hear more about this, or you're interested in Africa. Who knows why you're here, but I'm glad that you came, and I'm hoping you stay for the whole thing. This is the start of a 2-year journey that I'm about to take, and perhaps beyond that. This is going to be a weekly vlog, hopefully Tuesdays or Wednesdays. We'll see what works, starting when I get to Uganda. So, just a little more about me. I am a missionary intern with Word of Life. I went to the Word of Life Bible Institute after high school for 2 years. I'm now a junior and I'm at Liberty University, but I'm doing school online because I'm heading, like I said, to Uganda, and it's kind of hard to do classroom work when you're out of the country. So I'm doing online school to get a bachelor's degree in elementary education. This behind me is the flag of Uganda. This is the crested crane. I've been waiting a while to start this vlog because I just didn't want to have like weeks and weeks of boring, well, this is how much support I have and this is how much this stuff. I update that regularly on my Facebook, and so it felt redundant just to do it on a vlog. So this, starting today, I have a special reason why I'm starting today, and I'll get to that a little later. Things just are starting to get a lot of headway, and I'm really close to getting to Uganda, so here goes nothing. The exciting news that I heard today, the reason I started vlogging today is because I got an email today concerning my travel arrangement. As it turns out, I will be leaving here in the next couple weeks. So my next couple of vlogs, of course, will be the, packing and getting ready to go, the last of my support coming in, and then finally I'll probably have a little vlog of me, getting on the plane, getting ready to go over to Uganda and everything. So this is a really exciting period in my travels. The internship I'm involved with is, like I said, 2 years, and it's after you do the Bible Institute, you have an opportunity to go into a missions program like this. Then after the internship, you have the option of going through MIT, which is the missionary training program with Word of Life, and then becoming a Word of Life missionary, either in the country you were already in, or perhaps the Lord felt like He's calling you somewhere else. What I'll be doing in Uganda is I'll be helping as a teacher's aide in the elementary school they have there, hence my elementary education degree. I'll also be helping out with Bible studies in the local church and the local schools. People in Uganda are a lot more open. They say about 80% of Ugandans are Roman Catholic or Christian. They say that they're believers in Christ. So that they're a little more open in their public schools and in their areas to having the gospel shared in their schools. I'll also be helping out with camps. I'll also be helping out with the new Bible Institute they're about to open, which is such an exciting opportunity. Word of Life continues to open Bible Institutes all around the world, and to have the first one in Africa be in Uganda is a great opportunity for me to be able to stretch and grow in helping disciple girls. On this vlog, I'll be putting updates on my ministry. That's why I mostly waited till now to do this. I'll be updating on weekly stuff, sometimes life stuff, interesting facts about Uganda, little things I'm learning. I'll be also doing verse impacts and literary epiphanies. Verse impacts are like things I learned during quiet time or just reading my Bible during the week. And then literary epiphanies are if I'm reading a book on the side of doing just my normal devotions, I'll just mention maybe a book I've read or something. And I'm going to do those both today as well. At the end of my videos, I'll also try to fit in prayer requests, just something I want to throw out there. And if you guys have any prayer requests, please feel free to email them to me or leave them in the comment section, and I will definitely be praying for you guys as well. My current ministry update for today is I've been helping out with my local church. Great pastors all over the world have always said, wherever you are, be all there. And so being all here in York right now where I live, I'm trying to make sure I stay connected with my local church, Church of the Open Door, And so I've been helping out with the 9th grade girls in the youth group, and I've been helping out with the worship team. I do vocals and I play the guitar for them as well. The scripture I'd like to share with you guys today comes from the book of Psalms, and you can turn there if you want to read along. But I have a little anecdote to go along with it. In the movie Facing the Giants, there's this story about how there's two farmers, and it's during a drought, and they both want rain to come. So they both pray to the Lord, and they ask, "Please, Lord, send the rain." And to sum it all up, one farmer goes out, and he gets his field ready, he plows and such. And the other one doesn't do anything. He just sits and prays for rain. And at the end of the story, the man who's telling it says, "Which do you think got the rain?" And honestly, both could have gotten the rain, because God will do whatever he wants to do. But the man who is prepared is better off to get the rain because he's ready for it. And so I kept telling myself over the last couple of weeks, okay, Mercedes, you gotta start packing, you gotta start getting ready, and then God will send the rain. God will make it so you can go to Uganda. But I tend to procrastinate things, and so I just procrastinated and just kept saying, no, I'll do it later, I have time, my support's not ready yet. And last night, this is what happened. Last night, I said, you know what, I have to get things ready. And my support level was getting higher. I was like, you know what, I'm going to be leaving soon. So I started packing up. I got all my toiletries ready in a bag, I weighed it and everything. And then this morning, I woke up, I got breakfast, everything, I sat down, I opened up my email, and there's an email from one of my advisors in New York. And she said, we're just starting making your travel arrangements, beginning by talking to the travel agent about your flights. When are good days for you to go, and what airport do you want to leave from? And she also mentioned that by the end of the week I might have, my information. And this is just, the Lord had answered my prayer. He had sent the rain when I had prepared for it, and it was just such a great example of that in my life. And so the scripture that I want to go with this is from Psalm 66, like I said. Verses 5 and verses 16 say something similar. Verses 5 says, "Come and see what the Lord has done, how awesome his works in man's behalf." And then verse 16 says, "Come and listen, all you who fear God. Let me tell you what he has done for me." And this is exactly what I want to be doing right now. This is what I want to do through my vlog. I don't want to say, well, I did these great things in Uganda this week. No, I want to talk to you guys about what the Lord is doing in Uganda, what he's doing through me and for me. And so it comes down to verses 10 through 12 is the key part I wanted to go with this. And it says, "For you, O God, tested us. You refined us like silver. You brought us into prison and laid burdens on our backs. You let men ride over our heads. We went through fire and water, but you brought us into a place of abundance." And this goes great with the farmer analogy, but also with what's been happening with my support levels. I kind of slacked off last month, and I thought everything was going to come together, and like it says here, you brought us into prison and laid burdens on our back, and that's what I felt like. I felt I was imprisoned here still in America, because I had a really low month. I had roughly not even 25% of my support for the month, and it was really discouraging, because it was like, wow, they said if I had a lot of my support in January, I could leave early February, and because I had a really low amount, I had to wait now till the end of February, and it was very discouraging in my heart. And I was asking God, why is this happening? And I asked a lot of people, they all were giving me good answers. God's not ready for you to be there yet. Maybe Uganda, the ministry there's not ready for you to be there yet. So all these answers are flying at me. And so I prayed to the Lord, and I got things together. And like it says here in verse 12, it says, "But you brought us to a place of abundance." I wasn't looking to God enough, I guess. And so when I look to God, he has brought me now into a place of abundance where I'm at 77% support now. There's others who have promised to give support, and that'll bring me up to 94%. I have tons of leftover money from raising my setup funds to get to Uganda, so that can help out until I can give full support. And the Lord is doing great things in order to help me get to Uganda, and I just, 3 years ago, I never would have imagined that I would be going now at this point in my life. So the Lord is doing amazing things, and I'm so glad I get to share it with you guys, especially through a media like YouTube. I do have a literary epiphany to share with you. It comes from this book, Gospel. I got this over the summer on the island, and I just recently was reading through parts of it again that I had underlined, and there's this really great part in it about how our love for God shouldn't be out of obligation. And so I just want to read that here. He had told the author here, JD Greear, tells an anecdote about how he had a girlfriend and he felt because it was Christmas he had to get her a present, but she wasn't going to appreciate him as much. So it says, "No girl wants to be loved only out of obligation. Somehow we think God is different, as if he is pleased when we serve him because we're required to. But he's not. God desires a people who desire him, who serve him because they love him. He seeks those, God, Jesus said, who worship him in spirit and in truth." And it's about how we can't be just doing it to do it. We can't just go on the ministry trip because that's what everybody else is doing and it's what we feel is expected of us. We have to do it because we have a passion and a heart to want to do these things. And so I encourage you, think about the ministries that you feel like you have a passion and a calling for, and pursue those things. And if you feel like this is a good book for you to go out and get and read, it's all about, it says, recovering the power that made Christianity revolutionary. And it's about going back to the basics of the gospel. We go so often to, okay, we have to use this program to present the gospel, but so often the gospel itself is what brought us to the Christ. Why can't it be what we use to bring others to Christ? So this is a really great book. You should check it out. As far as prayer requests go, this week my prayer requests are, my first one is about support, of course. Until it gets to be 100%, it's always going to be a prayer request, but it's all in the Lord's hands, honestly. Currently, my support, like I mentioned, is at 77%, and it should be at roughly 94%, but who knows who's going to be able to give this month, who can't. And so if you want to learn more about being able to give to my financial support, there will be links in the box below. But that is totally up to you. Don't feel like you have to. It's offerings should be given out of your heart, not out of obligation, just like in the book that I just read to you. So other prayer requests would be just that everything with the travel plans to get to Uganda would go really smoothly. And my last one is that you would just continue to pray for the ministry that's actually happening in Uganda right now. The ministry itself doesn't focus around me, of course. There are 12 missionaries right now in Uganda, and they are doing a phenomenal job at what they do. Currently, our director, Thomas Abunde, his brother needs a kidney transplant, and Thomas is able to give him that kidney, but they need a lot of prayer and support to be able to get that done by a specialist. So if you could keep that especially in your prayers, pray for the Abundes and everything. So thank you so much. Thanks for sticking out throughout this whole video. I know it's a little long because it's the first one, but I hope that you continue to watch every week. The easiest way to watch every week is just to click that subscribe button at the bottom. I can't wait to share more with you about what God has done in Uganda and in my life. If you want to know more, there's going to be contact information scrolling throughout the end of all my videos, including this one. And then if you know me in person, or you see me at church, or you see my little placard thingy on the wall at church, I have these little cards. They say, "Heading to Uganda, thanks for your support." You can pick up one of these, and it has my contact information on it. So thank you so much again for watching. Have a good day.